Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Prof.
Salam. Good evening,
Good evening, Prof.
Yes, Professor.
Salam, Prof.
Salam.
Prof.
How's everyone? How you all doing?
Alhamdulillah, good.
Heading towards the end of the semester, week 13. So the finish line is in sight. Okay, so I'll just let everybody get online here. So before we get going with our invited guest, our special guest, let's just put up the Pucha Blast. Okay, so week 13, I felt that since we are approaching the end of the semester and you guys are probably working hard on your assignments, your projects and everything, we would have a bit of a short class tonight. We will only go to Margaret tonight. Okay, so just to run through some of the housekeeping reminders before we start. Okay, so I put up for week 13, I put up the dates for your final exam. Okay, dates and times that we discussed and agreed on last week. All right, and then the assignment due date and time. All right, so you can, for the assignment, you can upload straight to Pucha Blast. All right, there's a folder there for your assignment too. And so next week's class, we will be, I'll be discussing the final exam. Okay, so what to expect and then things to look for, things to study, stuff like that. And then we'll have a sort of preparatory session. I won't say exactly how I'm going to do that, but we'll have maybe some small group work to help us prepare for the final exam. All right, next week, our final class. And then we'll just sort of have a class wrap up next week, okay? And that's it. So are there any questions about any of the assignments or the exam or anything like that? Housekeeping stuff? No, everything's pretty clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tonight we have a special topic. The topic is actually contemporary youth roles. And we started last week with our discussion on youth-adult partnership, and we talked about Gaia Island and what the great work that they're doing there. And so tonight we're going to continue that theme, but we're going to talk about youth volunteering, okay? Youth as volunteers in terms of their role in society. Okay, and this is a very important topic because as we know, globally, young people are very much involved in volunteer work throughout the world. It's a very important role that young people play in society. Young people have a lot of desire to improve society, and that's often expressed through volunteer work. Okay, so whether they're involved in formal youth associations or they just sign up as volunteers for specific programs and specific activities, we know from research across the globe that young people are very much involved in volunteer work, and this is also true in Malaysia. Okay, so based on that, I decided to invite one of our foremost experts on youth volunteerism. I would argue and I would contend that she's one of the foremost experts in Malaysia, although she would probably not agree with me. But Associate Professor Dr. Siti Rabah Hamza, who is our Deputy Dean in the Faculty of Educational Studies for Research, Innovation, and Funding. Okay, so she's not only an expert in volunteerism, but she's also our Deputy Dean. So very privileged to have her with us tonight. And so I've asked Dr. Siti to talk for just about an hour, okay? And then we'll have maybe a short question and answer session with her afterwards. So for all the students, please prepare your questions as you're listening to the lecture, to the presentation. Please prepare questions at the end for Dr. Siti, and I will do the same as well. I look forward to learning from her as well tonight. So let me just, for those of you who don't know her very well, let me just read her bio. And she asked me to keep it short, so I'm going to make sure it's very long. Okay, so Associate Professor Dr. Siti Rabah Hamza is an associate professor at our department, JPPPL, Professional Development and Continuing Education, in our Faculty of Educational Studies. And she teaches courses in volunteerism in development work, youth program development, community development from the Islamic perspective, human resource development, and analysis and interpretation of data. So she's also a very active researcher. As a researcher, she focuses on youth development, and her research interests are in adult education and youth resource development. She conducts research on youth and health, youth and volunteerism, youth and leadership, youth and organizations, leadership, women, and entrepreneurship. She's published many peer-reviewed articles, conference proceedings, books, and book chapters, and she's also directly influenced the field of youth practice in Malaysia through a variety of training modules, articles in newspapers and magazines. Dr. Siti has established collaboration with government and private agencies, both locally and internationally, especially in the areas of extension education, youth development, community development, and human resource development. She was the Secretariat for the Commonwealth Diploma in Youth and Development Work for the Commonwealth Youth Programs. She has been since 2001 until the present. And she's also a member of the Commonwealth Higher Education Youth Work Consortium, Commonwealth of Learning in the UK. And she's been very active with the Commonwealth for many, many years. She has to date organized more than 20 mobility and voluntary programs for students and staff in UPM abroad, including ASEAN countries, Korea, Japan, the Balkans, United Kingdom, Europe, India, China, and Cambodia. She's a very, very active, not only a volunteer, but also in terms of coordinating volunteer activities. Okay, so she is really appropriate to talk about this topic on youth and volunteerism in Malaysia. Okay, so with that, I'd like to invite Dr. Siti, Associate Professor Dr. Siti Rabaan, to take the floor, take the screen, I should say.
MasyaAllah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and good day to all, insyaAllah. Prof. Latif, thank you very much for the opportunity today.
Thank you for coming and for agreeing to come.
Thank you, yeah, thank you. But some of you, you recognize me, yeah, because we are in the first year for the theory class. Mahfuz, Haizul, Dina, okay, insyaAllah. All right. Today, yeah, insyaAllah, we will talk about the volunteers, use as a volunteer, or I put my topic like the volunteering in Malaysia. So under that topic, maybe we can discuss further on what actually youth have been doing with the volunteer program in Malaysia. And then I will, inshallah, will share some of the program that we run through, yeah, from our university, internationally and locally. But I think based on my biodata, but not so. Actually, volunteerism is one of the niche area to adult education. Yeah, so part of now we talk about the human resource development. Volunteerism also one of the very interesting topic. Yeah, interesting topic. Once you discuss about the community development. So, Prof. Latif, may I share my
Yes,
slide?
you may. Go ahead. Should be okay to share.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Mahfuz, boleh nampak Mahfuz?
Can, Prof.
InsyaAllah. Okay, to start with, yeah, what actually the meaning of volunteering? Normally we, everybody knows that volunteering equal to the spending time, yeah, and then unpaid. Then we can put as the doing something that aims to benefit the environment. Normally, yeah, we talk about the environment, or someone, either individuals or in a group, yeah. Maybe we can put as a community or society. Volunteering also provide a way of giving your time and skill to help others and to progress yourself. So, in my in the principle of volunteerism, yeah, volunteers, volunteering, volunteers, yeah, different of the words meaning different meaning, yeah. On top of we help others or we help the communities, we also progress ourselves, yeah, within the voluntary program. Okay, so this is the principles of volunteering. Benefit the community and the volunteer. So both, win-win situation. We go outside, we go work with community, and then sometime it will, benefit the volunteers also. So second principle is about work is unpaid. Normally is unpaid, but sometimes you can compare with, we have in Malaysia have the experience. Once we handle a big spot like the, the Sukom and so on. So that one is a paid one, yeah, for the volunteers. So for today, yeah, we discuss about the work is unpaid, yeah. Always a matter of choice. So it's up to us or it's up to you, yeah. You want to join, you can join. And then next principle is not compulsory, yeah. Option, yeah, is option. And then legitimate way in which a citizen can participate in the activities of their community. This is normally happen. Okay, the photos that I put there, this is happened in Cambodia, Phnom Penh. We work with madrasah, one of the, the school, secondary school. The other side with the teachers who are teaching in that school. So we do both. One side with the student, another side with the teachers, yeah, in the madrasah. So very interesting one. We apply the principle of volunteering from the beginning.
Dr. Cindy, can you just maximize your screen, please? Yang besarkan your screen.
Boleh, boleh.
I say.
Nampak ke?
Kecil lagi. Still small.
Nampak? So small.
I think your computer is hanging.
Okay, now okay?
Okay. I see.
Okay. So the volunteering in Malaysia, the spirit of volunteerism among Malaysians first swept the country in the 19th century. I'm also not born yet, yeah. Okay. Initially fueled by religious and community revivals in 1950s, the first generation of volunteers were drawn to charity in a very personal and religious way. So this is mentioned by Hussein, 1986. So the volunteerism, what we call it, the soul spark within the before Malaysian Independence Day, yeah. But the focus on that within that time is on the religious and based on the religious and the community, right? Okay, but we actually, I think Malaysian, most Malaysian, yeah, including who are in this class, yeah, we know about the gotong royong, yeah. We start with the last time we don't call the sukarela or volunteers, yeah. So we call gotong royong. So the meaning of gotong royong, mutual and reciprocal assistance, as in the traditional. It calls up images of social relation in a traditional, smoothly working, yeah, very harmony, self-enclosed village where labor is accomplished through reciprocal exchange, and villages are motivated by general ethos of selfness and concern for the common good. This is explained by Bowen. Bowen also, they do the research in Malaysia about gotong royong. Bowen have one book on the gotong royong, one chapter, I think. Yeah, 1986. So this is where volunteerism sparked in Malaysia. Okay, I can give an example. Yeah, many activities have done through gotong royong, especially in the village. Yeah, if you remember, within the wedding ceremony, family days. Yeah, cleaning the environment, preparing for gathering, repair the houses. Yeah, belonging to their friends and neighbors that were damaged, and all of other activity like everyone is related to everyone else. So now we can see several of these happen, but normally current time, to date, this work, we have the outsource to have a wedding ceremony, family days and so on. No more gotong royong. But in certain village in Malaysia, this is still happen. But in our community now, Kuala Lumpur, Bangi, Sedang, we make a call and then we have the wedding ceremony, family days and so on. No more gotong royong. Okay, this is an example. Okay, that's part of the voluntary association. This is focused on the youth. In Malaysia, started with one of the recognized voluntary association by the government. We call it Malaysian Youth Council or Majlis Belia Malaysia in the 1950. This is a non-governmental association and operate as a coordinating body for I think more than 40 youth association and students in Malaysia. But one of the current president is university student, UPM student, Haji Jufitri. The aim of this council to promote youth development that is balanced in all areas of economic, social, mental, physical, moral, and political. So nowadays, we are open to the many association based on youth activities, or the associate by I think the organized by youth. Most of the this association under Malaysian Youth Council. So you can easily go to the website. You can study. You can browse. Many of the youth association especially, they are under this Malaysian Youth Council. So they focus in several topics, but another principle is they serve the community. That's why the areas they touch on all areas, including economic, social, mental, physical, moral, and political. So I will continue with the engagement in a volunteer association in Malaysia. Actually, in my department, also Prof Latif and our other colleagues, we run the research on the youth and volunteerism. But last time we have Professor Triman Swandi. That one is very useful to us, major in volunteerism. Anyway, I want to talk about the youth engagement. There are three main components in engagement in volunteering. So we measure the youth engagement through these three components: sustain, youth engagement that endures over time leads to positive outcomes. Very meaningful. The engagement activities and topic are relevant to young people and focus outside the self-youth are engaged when they feel connected. And then I also involved in two research projects. One run by the Ministry of Youth and Sport, another one sponsored by UPM. We look into the youth engagement in volunteer among the association members who are members of the association, and then we also have the profile for the volunteers in Malaysia under Ministry of Youth and Sport. That one is more than 5,000 respondents. We profiling the volunteers in Malaysia. Okay. So in Malaysia, engagement is the key to youth blend together with volunteerism and charity program. So if you talk about the volunteerism, automatically it is the charity comes together. But most of the engagement in volunteer activity or volunteer program synonym with the charity program. So young people in this country are encouraged to embed the culture of giving and serving. So this is the finding of our group of researcher. Yeah, culture of giving and serving. So this is the what we call it, the very special for the young people in Malaysia. Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about the growth of volunteering association in Malaysia. Youth participate in many of voluntary activities and programs. Are more likely to be wealthy, have involved peer groups and society, have high educational and occupational expectation and perform well in their future. So they're willing to select the, to participate in voluntary activities and program because of this. Yeah. Okay. An example, there are multiple youth serving association inside of school in Malaysia. So I give an example. So from the beginning, in the secondary school, in Malaysia, we have many association to start with. So we open the, to the participation from the youth in school, what we call it adolescent that time, more than 60 association, such as the Boy Scouts, the Girl Guides and Pro Star. Okay, this association take varying approaches to use youth socialization, and each of one strive to help youth develop social skill. This is the purpose of the why many youth in school join the volunteering association in their within that time. And then I think until now we have so many association, maybe more than 60. Within my research, we find out that 60, more than 60 association. So most of the youth in Malaysia, they are openly to the volunteers activity within the school time. Okay. So volunteerism also thrive in education and health. So I give an example also. One of the very famous association, but this is not focused only to the youth. But to start with, last time, Mercy Malaysia, they start with youth first. Mercy Malaysia with the humanitarian mission to focus on the providing medical relief, sustainable health-related development, recruiting the volunteers through the code of ethics, which stated in the rules and regulation. So in my, I teach this subject. I think more than 5 years. And then I encourage my student to, to join the international youth volunteer association like Mercy. So Mercy Malaysia, they can train the youth to become the professional volunteers locally and internationally. But Mercy Malaysia have the rules and regulation, and then some of the requirement we need to fulfill before we in that association, Mercy Malaysia. But very famous this one. We actually we have invited the one of the president to come to UPM to talk about the international volunteers abroad, volunteers abroad. Okay, so another one that focus on the young men Christian Association. This is International Charity Association, which focuses on personal values, but starting with the young, also. On the focus on the personal values of each individual in sustaining the true balance in body, mind, and spirit. This association, what we call the focus of their activities, they cut across all ages, genders, races, religions, ethnicity, and abilities to experience self-growth and empowerment. So in the University Putra Malaysia also, we have this, not only the branch, you are offered to become a members of Young Men Christian Association because we have the association in Seri Kembangan nearby. You are offered to become the members. They offered our student to become members because the one of the branch in Seri Kembangan, very active one. Okay. Next is about the ABIM, Malaysian Islamic Youth Movement. I think maybe some of you get involved in this ABIM was initially characterized to coordinate, intensify Muslim youth activism and focus on educational activities. This is the from the root. Yeah, the movement began in developing several vehicles, including economic outreach and overseas activism, very active. ABIM also become one of the more significant religious pressure groups and the popular organizer for tertiary education institution. But the HQ in Sungai Ramal, yeah. ABIM also, very active, involved with Universiti Putra Malaysia. We sometimes conduct, the seminar together and, go to the, what we call it, the field, on the field to serve the community. We join together the activity from ABIM. Okay. So in Malaysia, volunteer association function not only to serve the needy and the less fortunate in the community, but also to support the government in the socio-economic development of the country. So some of the association, volunteering association, so they also support the government in socio-economic development. Not only focus on their original, objective and goals, but within, we can see, within pandemic COVID-19, many volunteer association, get involved and very active, to help community in every level, in the country. Right. Okay, I want to talk about the, this is from our research. There is a very important reason why actually youth involved in volunteers activity, volunteering activity, voluntary activities, was to use leisure time meaningfully. This is one of the findings. Better understanding of the realities of life through activities that provide new knowledge and experience, and then help attain emotional stability and improve self-esteem and confidence. So this is the findings of why youth in Malaysian youth join the volunteer to become volunteers. Okay, so this is one of our experience. We went to Cambodia. I think this is a continuously activity. Once a year last time, and then now COVID we stopped, but we went there about 5 times together with volunteers from the association in Malaysia, and then plus UPM student. We have the community service, and many aspects, not only the education. We also touch on the sustainability development, like we transfer our technical knowledge on agriculture, we bring to Cambodia, community in Cambodia. Okay, I want to talk about the one of the the youth and volunteers. This is one of recognized by Government of Malaysia, Dr. Lutfi. I think you, some of you maybe have read this, Hospital Beyond Boundaries. So actually, we went to Cambodia because we are partner in volunteer program in 2017. Hospital Beyond Boundaries, this is the stories. Dr. Lutfi Fadil Lokman founded, and acts as the CEO of Hospital Beyond Boundaries, a youth leading organization with a mission to build healthcare facilities serving underprivileged of communities. And then HBB, Hospital Beyond Boundaries, serve more than 3,000 people in Malaysia and Cambodia. Very interesting, maybe you can put as a case study, very interesting. So after an accident that left him hospitalized, Lutfi decided to start with what he have a long dream. The 28 years old. So now Lutfi in I think in the state to continue PhD. Got the sponsorship from the United Nations. Medical doctor founder hospitals beyond boundaries. Lutfi also doctors under Ministry of Health, an organization committed to accessible health care through community-run clinic in Cambodia and Malaysia. This is what Lutfi said. And then we met with Lutfi in Malaysia, and then we joined the community program. Last time we handle the berkatan within a school holiday in Cambodia. So this is the staff in a hospital beyond boundaries in Cambodia in Phnom Penh. Okay, before I discuss further on my research, the finding of the research, we organize the to organize an open door activity, and then you can attract young people to join your voluntary program. So this is what happened to this is my experience through exhibition, and I do the fun run to to invite more volunteers to join our program in our faculty last time. So this is very what we call it, very good effort. If you want to call the new volunteers to join your activity or your program, you can. This is two of the activities that success to me to invite the new volunteers through exhibition and then to the fun run. Okay, so I want to talk about the benefit or challenges in once you run the program, volunteering program. I can divide by three major aspects. The challenges on the personal, social, and intercultural. So it comes together when we handle the community development based on the volunteer program. Okay, so you need to really put in your, in any aspect of the once you want to try to run the program. Personal competencies that very challenges to us: self-organization, self-direction, personal efficiency, learning to learn, taking or carrying the responsibilities. So include of the on top of that, we need to talk about the entrepreneurship also, and innovation and taking initiative. So this is among the challenges. Also if you run the program, you need to take care of the social competencies, teamwork, management and organizational skills, communication, supporting others also in disagreement, participation and civic competencies. The next one is about intercultural, very important. Even though the activities in local in Malaysia, we need to take care of the cultural awareness, understanding diversity, but we from the start, from the University Putra Malaysia, we want to touch only the education, and sport. Maybe in that area, we need to tackle the the nutrition and so on. So understanding diversity, openness and very tolerance, skills in native and foreign language to take care. But we do one of our research. We using music, to deliver our knowledge, to transfer of information and so on through music. Okay, so this is I want to take the opportunity to show example. We went to Cambodia several times, and then within this activity, we also got the sponsor from Malaysian Airlines, from AirAsia, to support our activity. So this is among the what happened in Cambodia. Have the kuliah and so on. We invite the speaker to take a lead or to become a moderator, because the most of the adults, they don't understand English and bahasa, and then they do talk in Arabic and Cambodia. So we need to have the moderator. Okay. So this I mentioned just now. We bring we bring our expertise from University Putra Malaysia to teach them about the compost to make it to become as the one of the the skill then can convert to become entrepreneurship. So all the wages organic one we compute to become a compost and then they can sell to the community. So this is the activity with secondary school in madrasah, several madrasah, not only one madrasah. So I bring 5 technical officer to transfer knowledge and information about lean management and then in how to make compost, right? Okay, this is our first outing youth. I bring 40 students from University Putra Malaysia, mixed program, HRD and plus education plus bahasa language and mechanical. Yeah, went to from to Phnom Penh, but the north of Phnom Penh, 150 kilometer. Yeah, and then we try to give the best situation the new school. Yeah, so one of the best is drawing mural. We actually join the 3 days. Join in the class. Start to put for your information. They don't have any personal file. So we create the personal file to each of the student together with parent and so on. We invite parents together with the student to come up with a personal file. They do have more than 400 students, all ages, below 20, from the kindergarten, primary and secondary in one school, what we call it madrasah. So from HRD part, we teach them how to manage the school actually. Give a training together with the educate them, educate the teachers and the student together. Okay, we bring also the donation. We spend more than 10,000 ringgit to buy the rice and all of the the food. We bring also 1,000 kilogram material from Malaysia, and then got sponsor from Malaysian Airlines. 1,000 kilo for free, no charges. We met with more than 300 family in 7 villages in north of Phnom Penh. And then we do the collaboration with Cambodia University. Half of my student, another half is Cambodian student, but the youth. Okay, we are together within 5 days in under one roof. Madrasah An-Nikmah in Phnom Penh, north of Phnom Penh. Okay, so what we want to think once we have the program or the volunteers program, so we touch on the social obstacles. This is among selection. If you want to have the program, voluntary program. So this is what aspect we want to see, and then we want to help. I want to talk about the social obstacles, discrimination, antisocial behavior, and so on. But this is not only in Malaysia, but globally. And then you want to touch about the economic obstacle. We are also, have the community program in Malaysia. In 2016, I do. I bring together with me 80 students to have the a week program on the volunteer program in Larut, selama Perak. We serve more than 300 families under below B40, the poorest one. We are together with the we find a partner, USM and Ministry of Youth and Sport. So we tackle the economic obstacle, but that one is not only one off until now. Still, if we have the zakat, we send to this kampung, this village. Yeah. Okay. I give the example, an example. So social obstacles. We have the opportunity to join the volunteer program in the UK last time. We went to the UK and then we contact this one of the association, Islamophobia, experience on the social obstacles. Within that time, many accidents happened in the UK on the Islamophobia. So we managed to join one-day program. Yeah, I bring also my student there. Some of the lecturers also follow me. So this one is on the economics, in Cambodia. So another one on the educational challenges. You can touch also on the educational, but from the our faculty, because of Faculty of Educational Studies, normally for the community service, we touch on this. We have experience in Thailand. Until now, we still contact. Sometimes we have the webinar together with the student in that school in Patani, University in Patani and so on. So another one you can touch also the cultural differences. This is I have experience also. I send my student to have the volunteer program with most of the association in Malaysia who are conduct on the youth immigrants, refugees and so on. We have this experience last time. UNICEF, under UNICEF in Cyberjaya, I send my student to have the experience in that cultural differences. Okay, I want to share the Beijing University. We went in 2011, bring my student and then join with a Beijing University student, and then together with them we went to Xi'an. We have the Muslim, the title of our journey, Muslim community in Xi'an. So not to have the real volunteer program, but more on the I can call it cultural differences. We visit more than 100 families in Xi'an. So we bring together all the jakims, the materials to the Muslim, the new Muslim and the Chinese Muslim in Xi'an, but together with Beijing University. The other side, I went to Bosnia Herzegovina. So we also have a day community service in Sarajevo University, but join the Bosnia Herzegovina student who are actually, influenced by their last, conflict with Serbia. Only a day. Okay, we went to, this is for cultural differences. We went to India, to have the community program, volunteer program in Punjab University, north of India in Simla. Until now, we have the relationship based on the student, relationship with the student there. We conduct the seminar on through educational. We conduct seminar on youth globally, in Punjab University for one day, but the rest of the trip is join the Commonwealth Secretariat in Chandigarh to have the educational discourse. We have the forum and so on, but this is also the voluntary, one of the volunteer activities. Okay, so you also can touch on the health problems, but this is normally we can we do locally, in orphan house, in old folk center in Sungai Sekamat, in Cheras. We run this program with a medical faculty, UPM. Okay. Last time I talked about the China. Yeah. We also went to Maldives. Yeah. To have the volunteer program with youth in Maldives in 2014. To youth and sport development. So we joined Muslim youth to have the what we call it, the introduction for Islamic education in Maldives last time. All right, this is what happened in Malaysia. So this is in Perak. So I bring two buses UPM with 80 students. Yeah. So we spend a week in Larut, Perak. Okay, this is benefit for the youth. If you join the voluntary program, benefit for immediate and larger community, make social services. Volunteer promote a sense of empowerment and connection to the community. Very touching, this one, social services. Several each semester, every semester I will bring my student to go to old folk or orphan house. Yeah. Okay. Learn new skill and valuable work. Yeah. This is an example of new skill. Yeah. You are in medical, but you need to plan something. Yeah. Together. Volunteer experience is a contact for developing significant relationship with like-minded peers and others. So it can mix together from university, inter school, and so on. Okay, volunteers, I want to tagline, volunteerism contributes to positive youth development. So we do believe that, you know, the all volunteers program contribute to the PYD, positive youth development. Okay, so the diversity I just mentioned just now is, you know, very large, very wide. You can touch any, sport, education, community, religion, health, so many, very diverse. Okay, so this is the article, based on the research engagement. So this is the finding. Why do youth in Malaysia join to become the? Why do people volunteer? Number one, the highest one is help others. So this is I mentioned most of the youth in Malaysia join the voluntary program because of they want to serve. Yeah. And then second one, personal satisfaction. Yeah, family involvement from the beginning. You know, sometimes they sold to contribute to society, social context. Develop skill to be an active. Cultural, religion, and on top of that, maybe you want to put in your resume, your CV, about your activities. Okay, this is the second one, understanding the reason for Malaysian youth participation in volunteering activities. So the findings, in its tradition, from your family, from school and so on. They were asked, like Mahfuz maybe asked by the organization, your company, Okay, Mahfuz, okay, take another 5, join the, flooded in Pahang and so on. They are asked to become volunteers. Influence others, maybe your friends, use a skill they already possess. Sometimes we have a skill we need to, to share, transfer everything, knowledge, information and so on. Fill a person void, interested in learning something new, if you go volunteer abroad, maybe this one, learning something new. Give back to the community, this is the principle, one of the principles also. Want to meet a new friends, for the retirement people, want to meet new friends. And why do people volunteer? Help others. This one is keywords for the volunteering. Okay, this gives back to the community, getting people to volunteer, how to invite them. We do this, the skill, we do this technique, strategy, show them how they benefit. Offer meaningful work, so not only ad hoc, time well spent, realistic commitment, flexibility, learn about the community, speak to their motivation. So the realistic commitment is very important yeah, among these getting people to. What stop people from volunteering? This is among the factors. Yeah, perception of volunteers, maybe waste time and so on, waste money. Yeah, fear the time commitment. Yeah, full of commitment. So we don't have time. More likely to serve if a trusted friend asks them to serve. So this is among the what stop people. Yeah. Okay. Even though we are volunteers, but we have our rights. Yeah. You need to take care the you need to know the volunteers' right. Very important to work in a healthy and safe environment. No, not in a conflict. Yeah. To be covered by insurance for sure. Yeah. But University Putra, they do have the insurance for the student. So always I'm safe lah sebab dah ada insurance. Not to be discriminated against, yeah. Not to do the work of paid staff. Okay, you are not replacing something. You are unpaid is unpaid, but not to replace somebody else. Yeah. To receive orientation and training, all volunteers need to be trained. You are not easily to go out. Yeah, before you are trained by, for my experience, I will orientate my student first before they can go outside. Yeah. Second week maybe we need to have the visit to the orphan house or visit to the old folk house. That one is orientation. Yeah. To have a role description and agreed working hours. Role description very important. To have access to relevant policies and procedures that affect your work. So we need to know the principle of volunteers. To become a volunteers. This is very important before you become a volunteers. Yeah. Okay. On top of your to take care of the volunteers, you also have the responsibility. Yeah. Adhere to policies. Yeah. Need to follow the procedures. Even though we are volunteers, respect and maintain privacy and confidentiality. Yeah. Maintain privacy. Yeah. We can easily bawang tak boleh. Cannot. Be punctual, very important. Yeah. Because community wait for us. Be respectful of others. Okay. So take care of your behavior and so on. Speak to your supervisor when something goes wrong. Need to report to your leader immediately. Undertake and training required, very important. Carry out your agreed duties in a agreed time frame, accept evaluation and feedback. So the volunteers need to accept any comment from the colleagues or from the community. Okay, what motivates volunteers? Yeah. Sometimes we do have something, but we need to expose. Yeah. So we make a difference, making a difference. Recognition, social sense of belonging, meeting people and so on. So the last one is very important, personal development. Sometimes this is unfelt needs. We don't we don't feel this is we don't we don't aware. This is what actually we are looking for, gaining new skill and so on. Okay, right. Okay, this another article. Why youth choose to become volunteers from the perspective of belief. Yeah. This is what actually I want to talk today. Youth and volunteering in Malaysia. Okay, so I have several. I have several of the in YouTube. If you are free, you can browse and have a look to this website. Yeah, inshallah. Okay, this is our monograph. The left side is we managed to have the index, but not yet patented, not yet. So in this index kesukarelawanan belia Malaysia, we come up with if you want to know you are you are what kind or what type of volunteers, you can use this index to test which one you are now. Either you are donators, you are activism. You can use this index to measure yourself. The next one is kajian sukarelawan belia organized by Ministry of Youth and Sport. So we managed to to have the more than 5,000 youth in Malaysia, and then we profiling it with this monograph. Okay, Prof, within that, thank you very much, Prof.
Tuja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tuja.
Thank you very much, Dr. Siti. So I think, as you can see, the bio was very accurate in the beginning, right? As you can see, she's been extremely involved in many, many volunteer projects, not just in Malaysia, but overseas as well. Okay, so she's got tons of experience. In fact, I had so many questions. I was writing my questions as so thank you very much, Dr. Siti. So who would like to start the question and answer session? Students? Questions for Dr. Siti?
Oh, clear.
No, these are graduate students. They have to have
Inshallah. Okay, good.
insightful questions to ask.
Right, inshallah. At least 17 questions, Prof Latif?
That's right.
Do you remember, Prof Azimi?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Who'd like to go first? Haizum? Haizum, we can't hear you.
Hello, hi.
Okay, now we can hear you.
Hi, Dr. Siti. Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Yeah.
Hi.
Sihat. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, Doctor, I have one question, a simple question.
Yeah.
Related to the topic that we have learned before on youth. So is there any difference, or is it the same between youth worker and volunteer?
Good question.
Sure. Haizum, thank you for the question. But Haizum, very different one. Haizum? Youth worker, I think your professor can explain further on the youth worker. Okay, Prof Latif. But very different. Youth worker is different compared to volunteer. But youth worker can become a volunteer. Haizum?
So a youth worker can become a volunteer, but can a volunteer become a youth worker? There's a volunteer. Get volunteer considered a youth worker?
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
But if the community is focused on the youth, yeah, maybe the youth worker. But youth worker can become a volunteer also. Yeah. But two different things, Haizum, yeah?
In our study we did in, I don't know if Dr. Siti, do you remember the study that, remember Dr. Fatiha from University of Malaysia, Sarawak? She did her study.
Yeah, sure.
She did her study on youth workers in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Actually, when we did that study, we had 3 categories of youth workers. We had full-time, part-time, and volunteer youth workers.
Yeah.
And that's because there are youth workers that they're trained to be youth workers, but they work on more of a voluntary capacity. They may not work for pay, or they may just get a stipend or something, but they consider themselves to be still volunteers. So I think that's probably what Dr. Siti is referring to. Okay, that's a good question. Thank you, Haizum. Who'd like to ask the next question? Haizum broke the ice, so who'd like to go next?
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Now everyone jumps in.
Nabila.
Okay, Nabila, you first.
My first. Okay, Doctor. Assalamualaikum, Doctor. Just one question actually. While doing the volunteerism, is there any challenge from the community? Since sometimes community in the area, rural area, they have their own stigma, can accept the outsiders. So how to overcome this challenge?
Good question.
Okay. Thank you. Seperti Nabila ya. Thank you. Okay. to the to the rural or the village. Yeah, we normally my experience. Yeah, I contact first the committee members. The JKK. Yeah, and then we are together. We partner with the committee members. The ahli jawatan kuasa kampung. We partner, we contact first, and then we partner, and then we went together to the that program. We handle together with the program. So easy to us to to knock the door, yeah, to the community, the house and so on. So we can visit easily. Yeah. On top of my student, 5 of them, and then 1 is from the local people, the youth or the committee members. This is my experience in Perak last time. Okay, we actually the volunteers, the volunteer program. If you want to become or we want to guarantee success, yeah, we need to go to contact the partner. Normally we contact the partner. So the partner is the school, any partner lah, any partner. The development partner. Last time we contact the pejabat daerah, district officer in that area. In Cambodia, we contact whom we contact. We contact the Mufti of Cambodia. Okay, we send letter. We actually receive one call from one of the ustad to contact UPM, and then after that we communicate with the ustad. The ustad came from Cambodia to UPM, discuss, and then go back to Cambodia and ask the Mufti Cambodia to write letter to University Putra Malaysia to invite us to have the volunteer program in Cambodia. And then until now, we still contact after the first one in 2000, I think 2011 until now. We still communicate, and then we still give the advice to that community until now. So we need to have, Nabila, the first step, we need to have the partner. And then can guarantee the sustainability of the program. Okay. Okay, Nabila.
Yeah, good question, Nabila. And yeah, that's I would say that's probably very important to avoid that outsider issue, right? Is to establish those partnerships. And we saw that last week also in our presentation on Gaia Island. That was really important part of the whole thing, is to develop those strong working relationships first.
Yeah.
I want to ask a follow-up question to that. Yeah, Dr. Sidney, does it always have to be, in your experience, is it better if it's a young person from the community, or if it's better if it's someone in a position in the community, like AJK, Majlis Daerah, or whatever?
Yeah, can be both, Prof. Because but actually we try to contact. If we want to have the program with the youth, we contact the youth level.
I see. Okay.
If you based on the purpose of our objective or
Right.
purpose of the program.
In
Yeah.
the target group, right?
Yeah, the target group. Yeah.
I got it.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Nabila. So who'd like to go next? Questions? We have a question in the chat box. So Zila asked, at the city, did you start volunteering at a young age as well? What led you to start as a volunteer? Oh, good question. A personal question for what's your own history with volunteerism, Dr. Siti?
Again, sorry, sorry, Prof. Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zila asked, did you start volunteering at a young age as well? What led you to start as a volunteer and continue to be interested in this field?
Okay. Actually, okay. Who asked this question?
Zila, Zila.
Zila. Okay, Nazilawati. Okay, from the beginning, actually my father is a teacher, cikgu. So most of the time, I spend the time at the school with my father, and then we are from the village, mengajar di kampung. So last time cikgu is teacher is like the at par like a penghulu last time kan teacher. So anything happen in that village, the village people come to my my father's school or to my house. So normally, my father will bring us together in any activities or any function in that kampung. So from that, experience, and then until my study in Universiti Putra, I'll join so many from the beginning. I start with diploma, and then from the first day, I joined the volunteer as a volunteers in UPM until now, inshallah.
Okay, so it's been a lifelong. So it started off when you were very young. So and you mentioned in your research that that's one of the things that you found, right? Is that, and I think a lot of research on volunteerism around the world, they've being
Tradition.
socialized into it at a young age definitely does help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so another question in the chat box from Huda, Nora Huda. How about the continuity of volunteers? Are they among the same group of volunteers or new Palapis participate in the program?
Okay, you mean in now or in Universiti Putra now? You mean in now?
Ataupun because youngsters akan pergi ke adult stage.
Yeah.
Jadi adakah mereka continue daripada youth sampai ke bila-bila ataupun sentiasa ada pelapis baru?
Yeah, good question.
Good question.
Okay, in my experience in Universiti Putra Malaysia, yes. They after finish the 4 years and then come the new phases lah akan datang. But to date, I still have the more than 100 student that contact me, but we are still together in what we call it the inverted comma in a volunteers group. So I can just ask, okay, we want to go to Terengganu. Anybody want to wait for us? So easily I can 10% can wait for me in Terengganu. Yeah, but still under siapa yang tanya tadi ya. So ada juga yang masih lagi still under one usra kan, so together lah until now. But easily kalau if I want to collect money money lah ringgit cash within a week maybe I can get 10,000 for the volunteers program. Very easy sebab kawan-kawan semua dah we know from the beginning actually we spend to the we have not selected the community, but we know which community that we want to help, and then that one is become our principle lah. So my group ni with my student still masih contact dan easily to contact lah. Macam saya kata last year we need to help the asnaf because of the COVID-19. So preparation for the Hari Raya, within a month I get 15,000 untuk bagi pada mereka. Very fast one, insyaAllah. So like, okay lah, saya welcome lah ni. PTDs, all the PTD want to join me anytime.
And those are all former students, the whole group?
Yes, masih.
Wow, okay.
From the first, masih. Saya boleh kira lah dalam maybe more than 100 lah saya punya masih contact lagi.
Excellent.
Until now, insyaAllah.
Okay, so next question is from Mardiana. She asks, what is your advice to youth who want to get involved in volunteering, but the parents discourage them? Any advice for those youth?
Okay, so we need to show them the best example that benefit the son or the daughter, the best example to join the voluntary activity lah. The best example meaning we have so many diversity in volunteerism. Maybe we can start with the education first, before we go to the the very neat one. So education, and then join the light program, yeah. With 1 to 2 hours program a day maybe, yeah. So we show the best one to the newcomer, yeah. And then through my experience, I conduct the exhibition, yeah, small exhibition, yeah, about the orphan and then the old folk, so we can attract them to have their 1 or 2 hours session to join us to to cuci nenek, cuci uncle, aunties dekat old folk. Saya buat macam tu dulu for the start.
So you're saying the youth should show their parents these things?
Yeah.
To
And I invite also, from Latif, last time we went to Cambodia, 2 couples of parents joined us. Because his daughter and his son joined, so flight, pay for the flight and then join us in Cambodia.
Excellent.
2 couples, yeah. So we show the best one lah, the best.
I would also imagine, I'm just guessing, but I would also imagine that if the parents knew about all the different benefits of volunteering, right?
Yeah.
They would be more positive about it for their kids.
Yeah, betul. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see, some more questions coming in now. Okay, so Noshahana asked, may I know how you maintain to keep the passion in volunteerism? And how do you help the new faces? How do you help the new faces to maintain their passion as well as, especially the youth? Maintain that passion for volunteerism.
Yeah, but okay, from Latif, and this is my, my technique for my volunteering class, yeah. First week, okay with me in class, but second week we go outside. Yeah. You need to go outside, especially two activities that I am very, very keen to do. Yeah, every semester, visit their old folk house. Yeah. Very important. Once you go there, I bring my student several times. Each of the semester, I will bring my student, and then you know what happened? After finish my semester, all of the the families goes, together with my student. Yeah, until now. So last time within Ramadan, I plan to have I bring my colleague from UPM to have the Ramadan iftar. So I arrived at the old folk house. I met with my student and family, and the sibling, to join the what actually happened in old folk. Then and sometimes they got the extra money. They with their friend go to went to the same house,
Wow.
So that one, yeah.
Yeah, it's really building community connections, really.
Yeah. Okay. From that, the activities. The first one, we can, most of my student, I think more than 5 years, maybe nearly to 500 students. They actually they create something, in to growth, development. Something happen in their their development. So. Until now, if the best remembering is about the visit to the old folk house, visit to the orphan house and so on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a very powerful experience, I think, and a lot of young people, it touches the heart, and that those things, they last forever, those experiences. So it makes a lot of sense. And then so Norazlina, in relation to that, she asked, how do you instill this volunteering spirit in school age youth, like young people that are still in school, maybe secondary school students, for example?
Yeah, okay. Secondary school, like the nowadays, I don't have actually a bigger group, but I do have a small group from the school, secondary school, yeah, but involved in agriculture. We show them, actually this is the the showcase, yeah. We show them the technique of agriculture and something. So until now, they contacted us, to join, to have to give talk, about the agriculture in their school in nearby Putrajaya. So we went to the 4 school already. Saya dah pergi 4 sekolah dah. But small group one, but not a big one. Yeah. But very interesting because of the agriculture topic lah. We introduce them to the aquaponic and so on. So we attract them, to have the to take care of the environment through the using the recycle things to put the aquaponic and so on. Yeah, but small group lah, not a big one.
Right. Do you think it's more challenging to get secondary school students interested in volunteerism because most of the time they're so concerned about academics and at that level, whereas like university students they have more free time to do those kind of
bro, because in their school also they do have the association, so they become they need to join any association in their school. So
true.
But some of the counseling teacher call us to to give a talk, but not the directly involved with the school youth.
Right. Okay, so Roshakina, next question said, Dr. Siti, do you have a fixed funding that you have every month to sustain for volunteerism programs? Because as we can see, most of your programs are overseas. So how do you fund your overseas programs?
Okay, all right. Okay, I mentioned about the entrepreneurship. So I teach my student also. Beginning of the class, we do serve the breakfast, and then all of the members need to pay. At least I can collect 2,000 per semester to become a seed money. All right. Then we do the if we want to have the big program, so we ask for the sponsor lah. Normally we ask for the sponsor, but sometimes the parents also sponsor us.
And is it easy to get sponsorship? Do most companies and stuff, do they give for volunteer programs?
Yeah, but some of the company they do they give us the the in kind, but not the money. So but last time we got so many clothes to preparation for the Hari Raya. I think in 2018 we actually my student around in Bangi Central. So they got so many clothes, the not the pre-love, but the new one. So many, we bring banyak sangat. Then penuh dengan labuci. So kesian pula orang Cambodia nak pakai baju ada labuci. Alah, saya pun macam, tapi we just bring them, bawa saja. But apa ni? The first thing is the purpose of our program lah. We share with the sponsored any potential sponsor.
Right. Okay, thank you. And Hadi asked if someone has never participated in a volunteer program, is it too late to join during your 30s or 40s?
No problem. But
so
the first
how would you suggest going about doing it if you wanted to join as an older?
To start with, step one, to start with, you need to join any other projects or project orang lain, the people project, but not from your own. You need to join the people project first. Okay, ask to join.
Okay.
And then you can become a volunteer. Not immediately, but you study, learn something from that, the program, and then to start with, you need to join, or you can ask your member. We have so many steps. You ask your member, you can ask your colleagues, you can ask your supervisors in your your immediate supervisors in your agency and so on. You can start step by step, but don't stop. Okay, join first. Join first. Okay. We played Volunteer last time in 2021. We are invited by Christian university, but the lecturers is Muslim. The Christian University, Philippine Christian University, to have community service in Manila slum, nearby Manila, to help them in basic education. But because of COVID, we postponed. Actually, one of the YB want to sponsor us.
Oh.
Yeah, inshallah. But now COVID, not yet.
So Fatin asked, due to time constraints and life commitments, late youth or adults hardly become volunteers, but Dr. Siti proved otherwise. how did you actually manage your time and commitment to be able to be a volunteer?
For me, because of the principle of volunteering, yeah, always a matter of choice. So I actually I choose to become a volunteer.
Priority.
Yeah. But if I stop like the PKP one, I do contact headmasters in one of the school that we have run our program in Gerangsel, Felda, to have a webinar to help them, to help the student to face SPM coming, insyaAllah. So sebenarnya volunteer tak boleh duduk diam lah. Dia memang ada je idea nak buat, always a matter of choice lah selalunya. Yeah.
So you really make it a priority is what it comes down to.
At least, Prof. At least, yeah. I need to have the activities for the volunteerism. But now we have a big project with Mr. DIY. Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. DIY we offer asnaf from University Putra Malaysia to have the project with Mr. DIY focus on the agriculture. So maybe this is one project for University Putra Malaysia, but we will wait and see. They will sponsor all of the Mr. DIY have so many things in DIY. So they will sponsor all the materials and things, and then University Putra Malaysia will guide as a expertise. So the asnaf is from University Putra Malaysia. We will run the agriculture project like the fertigasi, chili fertigasi, and then maybe we focus on the mushroom project in our UPM, inshallah. This year.
Okay, inshallah. Yeah. So in relation to that, I have a question, Doctor. In relation to that, I mean, the issue of paying volunteers, So for example, if you want to get, young people who are asnaf, who are maybe from low-income families, but you want to get them involved in volunteerism, what is the issue related to paying? If someone is paid, are they not necessarily a volunteer? I mean, how is that sort of looked at? How do you determine? Can a volunteer still be given a stipend, for example, or can they still be given money?
Yeah, but not to replace the paid, the paid work, yeah. But like this, yeah. In UPM, I have a group. I call it the Sayang Selasih. We have more than 150 asnaf in this group, yeah. Okay. But UPM group, yeah, student. But we offer them, to do something, and then we not paid by money, but we give them, like a meals for a day. Yeah, we give a coupon. You can claim from the maybe from the any restaurant nearby University Putra. Right. Yeah, and then the asnaf will help us to do the work. Right. But we have a group also. They do the what we call it the part-time job, yeah, in University Putra, yeah, in library, yeah. But we offer for the asnaf. But problematic, you know the who actually the painting our bilik taklimat last time, kan? That one is asnaf, yeah. They are all asnaf, yeah. Oh really? And then all asnaf and then paid by University Putra, but they got the coupon from us, from our group to get the meals. Okay. Yeah. Right. So they are looking for the because of asnaf, they are looking for the not only for the money, yeah, but for the meals, for the the sometimes for the accommodation. Yeah, in kind.
Right. Okay, so Huda has a follow-up question. How about to inculcate the volunteer interest to youth who are among group B40 or underprivileged groups? So how do you inculcate interest among the B40 youth?
Probably the Sayang Selasih, one of this is under our group, yeah. Sayang Selasih. All of them is asnaf, meaning they are B40, yeah. But if you offer them one project, the very short time, so they raise their hand, to join.
So they really want to join.
Yeah, really want to join. But we are not, sometimes we have, you know, very hardly time to you know, to pujuk mereka kan.
Yeah.
But for the us now, you know, normally for the boys, Prof, very easy one, Prof. You have 2 days work and then we can give you meals. Okay, no problem. Just raise a hand. Yeah, many of them. Yeah.
Okay, Huda, is that okay? Any follow-up question? No, okay.
Prof.
Okay, so it's
Yes,
just
Prof.
about, I hear the azan, so it's about 7:30. Any follow-up questions for Dr. Siti?
Yes, Prof, one question. Two questions actually.
Go ahead.
The first question is that just want to ask Prof opinion. Which one program is better? One project which targeted for one group for a certain time, or a similar project. I mean, one program for example, like a training program. Which one is better? You target for one target group, or you go for several target group? For example, you've done a project, go to Perak, go to Kelantan, go to Johor, or one project go to only one target group. Which one is better? That's one, the first question. The second one is how you maintain the professionalism during when you work for volunteer, because most of volunteer, maybe you have become attached to the society, to the people itself. So how to maintain? And some people also, they have been biased. I mean, for example, they choose to do the volunteers for one part, but they neglect the other people. That's from what I'm view from the past during my volunteerism.
Okay. Mahfuz. Mahfuz.
Mahfuz.
Okay.
Mahfuz, okay. I answer the second one first, yeah? Okay. You know, within this year, an example from my experience, yeah. This last year we focus on the, you know, the poorest one, yeah, to sustain, yeah, how to sustain. And then next year we actually, I bring them to England, you know, the easier one, the you know, more to the, you know, sightseeing and so on, yeah. But the you know, the same students sometimes you know, join me, but the what we call it, the is based on their experience, yeah. The poorest surely that very hard one to touch, yeah. And then the easier one is you know, overseas to the, you know, Europe country and so on, very easy one. But that one can maintain your, can sustain your, you know, to become a volunteer, yeah. Susah dan senang, kena buat dua-dua, both, yeah. You cannot choose one. If you are volunteers, you need to handle the different one, yeah. Sometimes we are in a hard situation, another time is in easy, yeah. Not easy lah, but still under the, you know, the principle of volunteers, okay. But together, we decide, yeah. The matter of choice, we decide. Okay. I plan to have the you know, to develop more volunteers in the world. This is my, you know, my doa, and then my passion. Okay, I want to look, you know, not only me that, you know, have the sort of volunteers, but many more, yeah, join me. The first one, the which one? Pilot test, a pilot project, or the you can touch every you know, every aspect or every program. So both is okay. If you have more energy, yeah, you can go bigger. But if you have only, you know, a very small one, you want to start with the very principle, very, you know, follow the planning, follow the implementation, evaluation thoroughly, you can start with one project. Yeah. But if you have more energy, yeah, lebih orang, yeah, more manpower, you can go, you know, where you want to waste your manpower. So go abroad, pergi jauh-jauh, luas-luas. Okay, both is okay, bagus, dua-dua pun okay. Mahfuz?
Okay, Mahfuz. You're muted. We can't hear you.
Clear.
Clear. Okay. Okay. Clear.
Yeah, sure.
So I'd like to just follow. I just like to end with one last question to Dr. Siti in relation to what's going on now with COVID-19. I know you're very busy at UPM, Dr. Siti, but I'm just curious, do you have any sense of how volunteerism is going on now during the COVID-19 pandemic? What kind of volunteer activities are going on, if any? How are young people getting involved in volunteer activities during COVID-19?
Prof, this is I have the relationship with the Move Malaysia, by site, organized by site. Site always ask for the the either money or the whatever you want to give to the the who are the committee needed. So the youth under Move Malaysia, they bring all of the whatever we want to send to the community. The youth will act as a panda, but not panda but they bring together, bike, motorbike, ask for the permission from the policeman, to find out send the WhatsApp, we are now no rice at home, okay, and then Move Malaysia will take note the the address and so on. We send 10 kilo rice to that the rice to that address. So the youth Move Malaysia, they do that one.
I see. So it's more, it's a lot of just trying to meet people's basic needs.
Yes. Now very crucial.
Yeah, of course.
They're looking for the money, Prof.
Yeah, I know.
And to buy food and so on. Yep.
Okay, well, are there any last questions, or are we done? Well, thank you very much for all your questions. I think they were very good questions. And can we just give one more last thank you and show of appreciation to Dr. Siti for coming out tonight. After work hours, thank you so much, Dr. Siti.
Thank you, Prof.
Yeah, sama-sama, insyaAllah.
Missing you so much, Prof.
Ya, jumpa lagi.
Kami sendiri jumpa lagi.
InsyaAllah jumpa lagi. Okay, thank you. Terima kasih, Prof. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good night. Okay, take care. Take care.
Thanks, Dr.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so that's our class for tonight. Tonight's more of a seminar style class. So if you ever take a seminar class, that's what a seminar class is. So each week you have a new speaker talking about a new topic. So we have a sort of seminar class tonight. So I hope it was interesting to everyone. I learned a lot myself. And you can see that young volunteers are a very important part of society, and Malaysia included. We have a lot of great volunteer work going on in Malaysia. Young people are very much involved. Unfortunately, I don't think we hear enough about it. We don't really know, all these great things that are actually going on, and it's a shame. So I would, encourage everyone, including myself, and if we're older, if we have kids or whatever, really encourage everyone to get involved as much as we can. Okay. We good? Anything else? All right, so we'll just prepare for next week, the last week of the class. Unfortunately, we can't have any semester ending parties or anything. It's kind of hard to do online, so can't bring food, nothing like that. So just bring ourselves.
Bring ourselves a cake, a piece of cake.
Yeah, everyone bring your own BYOF, bring your own food. And you can at least show what you're eating, so. Okay, everyone. Inshallah, jumpa lagi. See you next week.
All right, thank you, Prof.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Okay.
Jumpa lagi.
Okay.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you.